If you want to create this stunning crumpled metal effect on your nails, in this video I will show you how. My name is Anastasia. On my channel I post nail tutorials, nail tips and tricks, nail education, everything related to nails. So if you are into it just like me, consider subscribing. I will start by applying clear builder gel. It is better to choose the gel of a thicker consistency. So first I apply the thin layer, I do not cure, then I take a large amount of gel and apply it on a tip. It's better to focus on the center. Do not apply too much on the sides or on the free edge because most of the design should be placed right in the center. Do not cure. Then I will take a plastic wrap and carefully put it on the top, and then with a metal tool I will randomly create this kind of crumples. Be careful, do not push gel outside the cuticle or the sidewalls or it will be really hard to fix it. Just focus on randomly doing these crumbs and also make sure you folded the sidewalls and the free edge. And after that we need to cure it in LED or UV lamp for 1 minute. I will also use a golden dry pigment, and after curing I am carefully taking off the wrap, and you see that excess gel on the left, we can just file it, and then I'm applying golden pigment right on a sticky layer. Do not remove it at this time, it's very important. And then with a clean brush I will remove the excess particles of the pigment, and this is what we have. Pretty easy, right? Then we need to encapsulate it, so I will use the same clear builder gel, and here the consistency is up to you. I personally prefer medium consistency, but if you are used to a thin or a thick, it's really up to you. And I really don't like filing, that's why I try to apply it as best as I can so I won't waste too much time then filing it. So I'm encapsulate the whole nail, do not forget about the sidewalls and the free edge, and then we will cure. After curing, remove the sticky layer, file and buff it. I already filed it, removing the excess dust, and seal it with a top coat. I'm using gel no cleanse top coat, and like we usually do, just apply it all over the tip, seal, cure, and this is the result. As you can see, even encapsulated design still looks kind of cool and 3D. Now let's do something different. I applied the builder already, now I'm applying the wrap, and this time with the pusher I will create different kind of crumbs, so I will try to make them all parallel. And you know, it's really hard to do some specific pattern because once you start pushing on the one side, then the other side will messed up. So it's still better to do it abstract, but you can do it abstract in a different way. So I just decided that with pusher it looks a little bit different. Well, honestly, it looks different every time you do it anyway. So I will use a bronze and a light golden pigment number 2 for this design. After curing, I am taking off the wrap, and I will start with a lighter color near the cuticle. First I applied the light gold. Make sure the color goes in all of the folds, in all of the grooves, and then with a clean brush clean the excess, and then I will add a bronze pigment. It is always better to start with a lighter color because it will be just easier than to fade the darker one. Clean the excess of the pigment, and now we have an ombre crumpled metal. Let's do another one. So I applied the builder gel, I applied the plastic wrap on top, and make sure that the sides and the free edge are all connected so none of the gel will fall off. And for this design I will use a clear tip, and I will push it all from the side and try to make it parallel. So in this design I try to create a look of a messed up blanket. I don't know if this makes sense, well, you'll see later. Then we done and we cure it, and I will use chrome and purple pigment for this one, and Then I will remove it, and sometimes it's not that easy if there are too much of the folds and grooves, but eventually it will come off. And if you have some excess gel on the sides, you can always file it. And then I will start by applying the silver pigment. And by the way, if you have chrome pigment that doesn't really mirror that well, you can use it for this design. And then I'm using a purple one at the bottom, just slightly stretching it up to create this fading effect. And once you notice the empty spots, feel free to fill them in with any color. And then I will clean the brush or take another one which is clean and carefully blend it again to create a better fade. So for this design I used the regular food wrap. I cut it in like 5 pieces, so it's just easier to use the smaller size because that one is huge, and dry pigments of any colors. And this is the final result. Just play with the patterns, with the colors, with the gradients, and it always looks so cool. By the way, could you tell which one from that row is encapsulated? This one. As you can see, it doesn't look very different from the other ones. So encapsulate it carefully, make sure that you removed all the excess pigment so it will not get into your builder gel while you're encapsulating. So try this design with the different colors and patterns and let me know, what do you guys think? Would you try this design with your clients? And that's it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.
We just want that real shit.